Thank you so much for attending my presentation about the weirdest competitive Pokemon ever made, and first let's talk about its traits. When you first look at this guy, there's only one number you notice: speed. Hitting a truly unbelievable 140, buffed to 150 in Gen 7, it's almost impossible to outspeed, especially in the early gens when it was introduced, but everywhere else is lagging behind. 80 special attack is pretty bad, and it only gets worse from there. You can't take attacks well at all, either physically or specially. Ability-wise, Electrode is fine. Static, Soundproof, and Aftermath are all usable, but don't synergize well with its goal. The first two in particular really want to be on defensive Pokemon, but sadly aren't. Aftermath does make more sense though, as Electrode dies very easily and can thus consistently activate it. Still pretty bad though. Finally, it doesn't really have amazing attacking options. You have a bunch of electric moves, a bunch of normal moves, the flaccid Sucker Punch, the fucking worthless Gyro Ball, Explosion, and Signal Beam. Not exactly great. Even so, Electrode's speed does give it a place as a fast attacker. Take a trip down to ZU and the damage really isn't that underwhelming anymore. Especially with a Life Orb boost, it can dish out some reasonable punishment. Is it a lot? No, but the trade-off makes way more sense. These sets tend to look really weird. Thunderbolt and Volt Switch are near locks, providing a ton of value. The former is your strongest consistent stab move, and Volt Switch is a great pivot tool. Makes sense. Hidden Power is also mandatory as its main coverage option. Like the GSE electric types, it leans toward Ice. Bolt Beam coverage is amazing and can hit almost everything for at least neutral damage. Will it be strong without a stat boost? No, but you're at least doing something. Finally, you often see Signal Beam, a 75 base power bug move. This is run because there literally aren't any better options, I'm serious. You do sometimes see Taunt or Explosion, but those are more rare and miss out on some attacking prowess. After that, Electrode probably sounds really boring, and honestly, I wouldn't blame you. Oh boy, it's another fast Pokemon that had potential but couldn't get past a dogshit move pool. So interesting. But trust me, Electrode has the sauce. First, we have to bring up a set idea that I mentioned in a recent video: screens. It turns out that, for some reason, Electrode and Regieleki share a remarkable amount of moves. This just so happens to include both Reflect and Light Screen, which become pretty reliable off of its insane speed. Give it a Light Clay and you're enabling bullshit sweepers for days. Plus, after you're done, feel free to pivot using Explosion or Volt Switch. It's literally just the fucking Regieleki set I talked about recently. These two goobers are so dumb. However, you can also add the aforementioned Taunt, giving it even more utility. But my personal favorite is the Rain Setter variant. That's right, Electro gets fucking Rain Dance, allowing it to set up. This not only helps water-type teammates, a massive plus, but also itself. Thunder now becomes a viable option, being 100% accurate and dealing massive damage. It even has the bullshit cheese factor of 30% paralysis. And, similar to Better Set or Pelipper, you do of course have those pivoting options to get stronger threats in. All around, a very whack, very interesting supportive option. I've been hyping it up a lot, but in all honesty, Electrode still really sucks. The lack of bulk is so bad. While it's almost always attacking first, 1 or 2 turns isn't enough to impact things that much, but it's not worthless. Electrode's best builds are generally revenge killers. It's very good at picking off weakened opponents as nothing's really faster. Your Exeggutor took a kill? Fuck you, take a Signal Beam to the face. Electrode thrives in early generations where UU looks way more like current gen ZU. Thus, with a stat line that fits in, it can put in some serious work. Gen 3 was its best performance, being decent and underused. It actually ran another set we haven't talked about, using Substitute to proc the special attack raising Pataya berry when below 25% health. While flawed, it was one of the best ways to become more powerful in a pre-Life Orb era. After that, things would become much more standard. Life Orb Attacker and Rain Setter were the most common. Since those wonderful days in Hoenn, it's expectedly undergone a slow decline. From UU to NU to PU to ZU, and finally, sadly, it's become worthless even there. While the Sweet Electrode is looking fine, mostly because of the new grass typing, it's not the same. In conclusion, Electrode is fucking stupid. It's just a giant moron that was doomed to fail but still found some awesome niches that it held on to for a really long time. Thank you so much for watching.